Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Now I did promise you guys Buckets Part 4. I am very sorry. I knew I said I was going to drop 3 and 4 back to back. I've just been really busy. I promise I'll get it to you guys. I'm not going to say when, but I'm going to try to be more consistent with the YouTube channel. So once again, I apologize for that. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't already, make sure to leave a like, sub, also be part of the notification squad. So what I wanted to do with this video is talk about game development. Obviously, if you guys seen the channel, you guys know that I am making a game called Buckets. However, this is not my first game. This is the first game I'm making from home, but this is not the first game I have ever made. So I wanted to go into my game development journey, just things like that. So pretty much when I was like a freshman in high school, I go to a trade school, I got into the IT shop, and I pretty much was always interested in making games. I want to have the opportunity to make a game until junior year while learning Python, with the first game of that being a text-based game called Mama. It was pretty much a horror game I made using Notepad and the console terminal. The gameplay is going to be up now. The overall story of the game is that you were a boy who stayed at home and your mom was out, and you pretty much explore the house. There's like 5 different endings. The ending that you're going to see is the Sweet Dreams ending, which is where you find the sleep gummies and just go back to bed, which is probably the easiest ending in the game. There's a lot of other different endings, and if you guys was interested in playing the game, I will honestly make a whole other video just to tell you guys how to play and all the different endings and shit. So if you guys want that, let me know. After this, I would make another game, but it wouldn't be until very end of the year, junior year, but I would try out Unity. I wouldn't completely understand it, but I would try it out to make a game called Beans, which was like a 3D first-person shooter where I just installed like a mansion thing from like the Unity store and just pretty much made like capsule like enemies that resemble like beans. So that's kind of how I got the name. You would just shoot them and survive. Then senior year, I am doing what is called a senior project. My senior project is making a website that is kind of like Cool Math Games, where I make my own games for that website, also making it possible to allow other people to post on that website as well. So far, I have made a few games for the website. I think semi-complete is the best word to put it. They're complete, they're playable, but there's still a lot more I would like to do with them. So we're gonna be talking about a few of those games. The first one I've ever made, Apple Trot, the first one I was really proud of. The first one I made was actually a riddle game called Riddle Me, but I didn't like it and I don't have the footage, so oh well. So Apple Trot was a simple arcade style game where you play as this dude and apples pretty much fall from the sky and you have a timer, so you would pretty much have to like guess where the apples go. Just try to get a high score. After the timer runs out, you would get to the screen where it says a score and everything like that. This game is semi-complete, but is 2 things I do want to add. I do want to add 1 apple, 2 apples actually, 2 types of apples. The green apple, which would increase the player's time so they could get more points, and the yellow apples, which is kind of like an instant killer. So if you guys ever played like Fruit Ninja, the bomb would kind of be that. I think that would improve the game loop a lot of the game. I haven't gotten to adding those yet because I am working on other games and just doing other stuff regarding the senior project, but that is something I'm interested in adding in the future. The next game is called Totem, which was originally called Lucid, but I changed it to Totem because it seemed more appropriate. It's a small 2D platformer with this naked clay totem looking dude. He pretty much just pulls around, he just like jumps. Yeah, it's a simple 7-level platformer. I don't really know what else to say. The first 5 levels are probably the easiest ones. The 2 extra ones are like kind of cheating. They're kind of like used for you to rage. The only update I'm going to add to this game is make the camera follow the player, because like if you actually play it via my website, a lot of things is out of bounds, so I want to make the camera follow the player. I also need to figure out ways so that the player doesn't fall off the map and the camera also follows them off the map. I don't know how to do that, but we will figure that out. After that, the game that I was working on, but I was working on 2 games, so I mainly use Unity. I did try Godot. I like Godot, but for the sake of my project, it's going to be easier using Unity because I can't input games from Godot using the website build I have without completely redoing it, and I don't feel like doing that. The first game I made was called Luminous, which I'm going to remake so much because I absolutely hate how it turned out, because I did not know how to use Godot. I did not know things like instantiating a child scene. I did not know what that was. Then Blast Off, which is again another arcade style game, kind of like Apple Trot, where you're just kind of flying in space, dodging the asteroids that come out of your way. That's also a game I'm going to remake in Unity. It should be pretty easy. I just kind of have have to just translate the code. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Other things I would add to that game. So the way it was is that if you play the game now, you could easily avoid the asteroids by like moving the ship to the back. Like there's like a horizontal axis. The right of the screen is where the asteroids come from, and the left is where they kind of disappear. So as long as you stay to like your left side of the screen, you're easily able to dodge the asteroids most of the time. I wanted to make it so that if you're more on the right of the screen, then your score actually gets higher, so you get a higher score, but you have a higher risk of getting killed. And then that's pretty much what I've been doing in school, and then I really wanted to make games like at home, so that's when I started working on Buckets. And Buckets is something that I have not been working on, but as soon as I start actually implementing the platforming things, like the platforming levels, I am going to probably commit to it 100%. Like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be starting development on the full game. So far I only have part of the game semi-complete, but Buckets 4 is going to be coming soon. Again, sorry for absolutely lying to you guys. So episode 4 is going to be a game loop episode where I just introduced some of the main mechanics, and I was just going to like have a doc of all the mechanics I was introduced, and I was just going to just talk about them and the plans I had for the game. But I decided that instead of just completely talking about the game plan of the game that I had, might as well just slowly reveal. It would have been better instead of just having everything for you guys to know, so it's more of a surprise for you guys. So I decided to scrap the initial plan for part 4 last minute, which is why you guys haven't gotten a new video. And again, I am so sorry, it's already been a week. I promised y'all I would try to post a video every single week. Hopefully my friend Icy, he could self-insert himself and his YouTube channel in this video somewhere, but he's going to edit some of my videos. I will still edit myself, but he's going to help me edit some of these videos, so hopefully get them out faster to you guys. Anyway, this is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure to leave a like, sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Motion detected at the side door.
Icy, edit that shit out, please.